So you don't even need handles. You just grab it like that. And when you're back here, flex your rear delt all out. And then slowly stretch your rear delt, then flex it. Yeah, I just connect real well with those. I mean, it's kind of difficult to set up, but once you know how to set it up, it helps. We're going to use the Vulcan grips here, and this is I actually really like this movement. There's no room to cheat on cables, especially if you're form strict. And just focusing all on your rear delt, guys. I mean, your front delt. Got my blood flowing in my shoulders. Feels good. So first press move of the day, we'll do dumbbells. Okay. And notice how I don't fully lock out because I'm trying to put the weight on my shoulders only. If I lock out, it's on my elbow, tricep, it's on my joints. So I'm going up to where it's just on the shoulder. So don't fully lock out. I go about 80, 90% is the same machine but adjusted down. So we'll do cable lateral. And be mindful when you come down here that these don't hit. So you have to have a slight adjust. So next we'll do we'll do a face pull, which is another rear delt movement. You may think it's a back workout, but if you put your mind muscle connection on the rear delt, you can really focus in on it. Of course, it's going to hit other parts of the back, but face pulls are really up there. I mean, I know Athlean X is a big fan of face pulls. He preaches them all the time. It's just it's a very good contraction. Whew, yeah, rear delts are getting a lot today. Smith machine shoulder press to end off shoulder day. Focusing on really flexing my shoulder as I push it up and getting good stretch. One of my other favorite movements for traps. So instead of doing in front of you, which you could, I like to go behind. So I'll go like this, and it helps me connect better because your traps are on your back. So I do behind the back shrug. It doesn't have to be heavy too. This is only 50 pounds. So traps doesn't really matter about the weight. It's more about that contraction. Of course, you're going to get some back involved, but I think it's worth it for the amount of contraction I get in my trap. Yeah, and I do my traps on shoulder day. You could do them on back day. Just see which one works better for you. This is like the main shoulder pose. See, this is why I like to do shoulders with traps and your rear delt because it's all connected, guys. So you know what? I'm gonna do a little abs today, so we'll have the ab talk this video. This is my favorite ab workout. I know, the simpler things are usually the best. So decline, crunch. But the main key on these is, so go all the way down to where you're laying, and you want to come up, but not all the way up. So fully flex your abs when you're here, and when you come down, all the way back, the upper back's attached, then up again. So the back attached, relax, explode up, squeeze. Now I like to keep my hands in front of me. That's just what feels best for me. You could have put them behind, you could put them wherever. So when it comes to abs, you want to train them, every other day, a few times a week. You could train them every day. I don't recommend you do, but that's one of the muscles you could. But I recommend every other day, 3 to 4 sets. Let's do some cardio and then get in the car and get out of here. All right, so treadmill for cardio today. 1.5 incline, 3.5 speed. So that was a pretty good shoulder day. I switched it up a little bit from the last one. The biggest thing that changed my shoulder training was becoming rear delt focused. So rear delts, man, big key for shoulders. Your shoulders are not going to pop unless they have that rear delt. I think you should train abs year round if you're bulking or cutting. I mean, training abs isn't going to get you abs. So abs are all body fat. It's your body fat percentage. It's relative to how much body fat you have around the stomach. That's where mostly everyone carries their body fat. Some people have it in other places. If you say you have no abs and you want to see abs, make sure your hydration's on point. Believe it or not, getting shredded has a lot to do with hydration. And I recommend doing a fasted cardio and a post-workout cardio if you're trying to lose weight and get abs. And obviously, staying in a calorie deficit and keeping that diet really clean and only drinking water. I only drink water. I mean, when I go out, I'll have some alcohol, nothing crazy, but you should only, especially if you're just hanging around, chilling, you should only drink water. And then once you've done that for a while, you won't have cravings for soda or juices or anything like that. You'll actually enjoy the fresh cold water more than a soda. They say you want to stay away from sugar. Sugar is the number one thing what cancer feeds off of. Sugar is the number one thing you should try to avoid. Lower your sugar intake and keep your protein intake high. And be active and, just train properly. All right, that's it for cardio talk. I will see you in the car next. Like I said on the last shoulder video, shoulders, man, are super important. It determines how wide you are. And if you don't have a shoulder day, that is not a good idea, in my opinion. I mean, you could have it on a push day with chest, shoulder, triceps. A shoulder press it's a major compound movement, in my opinion. I know it's not like bench, squat, or deadlift, but shoulder press, man, is huge, bro. But yeah, so when I get home, I'm going to have my EAAs and creatine. I have creatine pre and post, 5 grams each. I mix it with my pre-workout, and I mix it with my EAAs. So pre and post, that's what I recommend. And you could take creatine if you're cutting or bulking, guys. Creatine is the number one supplement. It's the most proven, had the most studies done, and seen the most results. So if you're going to take only one supplement only, it should be creatine. And creatine is something the body produces, and you get creatine in foods like steak and stuff like that. You could look at other people and get a base knowledge of what everyone does, and then you implement it into your own training, and then you find out what's best for you. I'm pulling into my house. I'm at the red light, and I guess we have arms tomorrow.